All right, I want to say shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teaches this truth and real well. And salutations to you, Akim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of earth. Shalom. All right, I'm Yahweh Karash. Going to a quick lesson. I was on my spirit, the time that we entering in, it's going to be a different type of time that, that can do something to you mentally, man. I was because it's gonna get to a point, man, where it's gonna get real bad out here, man. And the only thing you're gonna have is the brethren, or you may not even have that. You may be just down to you and your son, or you and your wife, or you and somebody else that you don't know. That's why through the spirit, I'm tired of this lesson, man. Two are better than one because through the spirit, man, it's I was meditating on movies like I Am Legend. You got movies like Book of Eli, Castaway. Where it deals with being by yourself, man, and how you can literally bug out. You know, it's just by not having no contact with any people, man, because it's gonna really it's gonna come down to that for certain men, who's gonna be out here in this thing, man, and brothers who's gonna be tried. You might lose your whole family, or you see it in these so-called movies, man. Like uh, I watched The Road recently, man. You've seen a glimpse of it in there. Where it's basically gonna get so bad out here, man. It might boil down to you and another brother, or it might boil down to you being by yourself. You've seen Will Smith in I Am Legend, basically. Where he was going to the stores, even though everything was all shot to hell, he was still going to the stores to talking to the mannequins because it's gonna get that bad out here, man. Where you're gonna, the scripture said, "Man shall desire to hear another man's voice." Let me get that precept. Uh, this is Second Ezra 16 chapter, start to 23rd verse. It says, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there should be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down." Because that's where we headed to, man. When everything goes to hell like this, a dollar is falling, the economy is collapsing, everything is going to hell, and it's a shortage of everything, food, tissue, and it's only gonna get worse and worse. So everything is gonna go to hell. And it says there should be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. All right, meaning it's no gonna be no man to these forms. You have certain people that to send a landscaping who comes and people pay to take care of their yards and everything to keep the maintenance up on things. It's gonna be nobody left to do that. So therefore, it's gonna get real like a wilderness out here, man, on your average everyday block. All right, and it says the trees shall the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, right? Because it's gonna get desolate of men, man. The famine is gonna take a lot of people out. That them race wars and sedition among men, a lot of people are going to die in these when these things take place, and we're right there, man. We're knocking on the door of all that, man. As you can see, like the purchase of firearms have went up 150%. Meaning they gonna actually use these weapons, man, to when it's a lack of food, when it's a famine, they're gonna use these weapons to come in your house. It talks about that in Second Ezra the 15th chapter. Matter of fact, let's come back. We'll come back to Second Ezra 16. Let's go to 15. Uh, Right, this is second Ezra 15 and 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, going into the weapon. The sword is, going to be them guns and firearms, man. And it says, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and great tribulation, all right? Because of lack of food, man, in the times that we're living in is going to be devastating times that we're living in, man. So you're going to have men, your neighbors that's going to come, you've been saying hi to for 30 years, going to come in your house and look to kill you for whatever you may have. Like in that day, man, I always say in that day, when you those who may have food, man, when you cook something that day, it's like, man, people gonna smell that from blocks away and they gonna come. That meaning if you cook something, man, you better be quick. You better be trying to have canned goods in that day, man. You better be trying to boil some beans or some water for some beans or noodles. Something that's can be quick and easy, because if you cook anything that has any type of flavor to it and it has an aroma to it, you're gonna have men that's gonna come. All right. So back in second Ezra 16 chapter, it says, so that one man, verse 27, second Ezra 16 and 27 says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. Right, and that's what you basically got with movies like I Am Legend, the Book of Eli, Castaway, where basically you had in Castaway, man, you had Tom Hanks, who basically, uh, I think he survived a plane crash or whatever, and he was the only one that survived. And basically, he was bugging out from not being able to have that human contact, man, not being able to talk to nobody, man. He created a Wilson, all right, which was a Wilson was a dog, a ball that he made and painted a face on it, and he talked to every day. It's just like no difference from when you have somebody that's in jail. They go to the hole. They end up, talking to themselves. People thinking they bugging out, going crazy. You seen that in the movie Hurricane with Denzel, where he was in his cell for so long, he was starting to talk to himself. You know, all these things, man. Because not being able to have that contact can bug you out. That's why I say two are better than one, man. It's good to, you don't want to, be in this thing trying to be a loner in this truth, man. It's good to establish a rapport with brothers wherever, man, because you never know. Hey, you might end up uh, linking up with another brother who you may just seen through doing, may have never met just from doing videos. You may know each other, in this truth, and you in the wilderness, man, you might run into that brother, man, and that might be the only brother that you can trust, man, with your life. Abarat is out, all right. But keep reading in Second Ezra 16 chapter, verse 28. It says, "For a city there should be 10 left, and two of a field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves in the clefts of the rocks." Right, because you're gonna be off the grid, man, and basically you're gonna be maneuvering through out here and through all the madness, man, through the martial law troops, or all the sedition among men, the race riots, and all these things. You're gonna be basically off the grid, man, and you're gonna be basically hiding, man. Because it's gonna come, that sedition among men is gonna come in. It's gonna be heavy out here, man. You never know. You're gonna have people that you thought you knew in the world, or was friends with, or your own family. It's gonna turn against you and be looking to kill you for anything that you got, man. I was watching the road, and it got so bad, man, that people was looking to kill anybody moving. Basically just for, whether it be for your clothes, your shoes. You may not even have no food, man. You might have on some boots, and somebody might have on tennis shoes, and they might have bust through their tennis shoes, and they want your boots, or it might be cold and they want your coat. Whatever the case may be. All right, it's gonna be a hiding and ducking game. Verse 29, it says, "And there's an orchard of olives upon every tree. There are three left of four olives." Says, "Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there should be three or four left by them that stretch their that search their houses with the sword. All right, so it's gonna get bad out here, man. You know, that's why I always say, man, look for brothers entering into these times, man. For you brothers that may be teaching by yourself that like to be by yourself, be loners, it's not. That's really not a good case. I mean, if you got a family, that's cool. You know, hey, brothers who has family, he probably more than likely need to be by himself, if, especially if he's looking out and caring for his family. You know, and even in certain situations, you might still be able to hook up with brethren. You know, because that brother might who had that family, he might lose his family, man. You know, like I said, it's gonna get bad out here, and you basically got to have that mentality, preparing for the worst and hope for the best mentality in this truth, right? Uh, let's finish reading. It says, verse mm, verse 32. It says, "And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man traveled there through." Right, man. So all this stuff is, man, you're gonna have uh, thorns and vines growing up in the middle of the street. The highways is gonna look like a wilderness. You know, it's not gonna be nobody traveling through them paths. All right, it's just constantly like if I take a walk through this yard and take the same path every day, it'll begin to leave a mark, a trail. You know, well, where I'm constantly taking this path every day, then if I just stop taking it all of a sudden, it's gonna be covered with grass, man. Thorns is gonna grow out of it, you know, and it's gonna be the same thing with these streets, because it ain't gonna be no cars traveling through. You know, it's not gonna be no people coming through because of popular. Due to this coronavirus, man, a lot of people gonna die. You know, from the plagues that the Most High sent on the earth. All right, you got a lot of people that's gonna die from pestilence, plagues. Then you got a lot of people that's just gonna die from them. Uh, by the sword. You know, a lot of people, you know, this buying these guns, they gonna use them on each other, man. You know that race war between Jacob and Esau is literally going to happen. You know, you're going to have you know, these different you know, basically, you don't want to be in the wrong neighborhood in that day, man. If you Jake, that's why the scriptures tell you, man. Look, uh, though the wicked join hand in hand, though they join hand in hand, the wicked should not go unpunished, man. Because you got some of our people that think that you know, it's okay to be around Esau. All right, the Lord is all about separation, because when it all boils down to it, man, it goes back to Jacob and Esau. Esau has that perpetual hatred for Jacob. All right, and plus, you know, it's part of the prophecy of the Lord to come. He said, well, if I come on the earth, he come to send sword, not peace. All right, roughly paraphrasing. Let me try to find that. Right, this is Matthew 10 and 34 says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword." All right. So look, the Most High sending that division, man, amongst families, amongst brethren, you know, amongst everybody, man, amongst Jacob and Esau and these other nations. The Most High is not coming to send peace, but a sword on earth, man. That's why you got uh, all these, you know, people on the edge with guns right now, man, worried about their future to come in this place, because they know it's not no future in this place. So everybody's concerned about what? Purging, you know, that sedition among men, you know, where people are going to be all out for themselves, man. All right. And these people here in Babylon have been trained up to be selfish. So that it's just, they just waiting to activate that sedition, you know, among their spirit, man. That hatred that they have for each other, you know. And it's going to get bad because, hey, man, these people are groomed to be selfish here in Babylon, man. So that's why it says, man, that having a brethren around you, among you in these times, is gonna be beautiful. Matter of fact, uh, this is Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. It says, two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor, man. Right? Because it's better than, like, say for instance, you uh even let's just say from doing this work, man. Say you doing this work, because you got brothers out here that do this work by themselves. So it's they know the struggle of doing this work by yourself. Then if you had another man who's manning the camera or pulling precepts while you breaking the scriptures down or while you speaking, all right, it's two is better than one, and that goes with anything. Say if you in the wilderness, you got three people coming at you or two people coming at you. It'd be better if you had somebody there to help you. A defense. If two is better than one with any scenario. Whether you're trying to say if you kill a deer, right? You get a deer, you get your whole deer to eat. Then it's like all that meat. You would need somebody else help you to basically cut all that meat up, man. And carry it to where you're going, or you just gonna waste a lot of meat because one man is not gonna be able to carry a whole deer, right? And it says, verse 10, it says, "For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow," right? And that's beautiful because if you do fall in this truth, is you got more than it's just more than just you. You got somebody there to help you, man. Right? Even uh, that's why the Lord. This is Genesis 2:18. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh power said, it is not good that man should dwell. It's not good that man should be alone. I will make him a help for him." All right, going into that's why the Lord made the woman for the man. All right, because it's not good for a man to dwell alone. Because dwelling alone, man, you're basically bug out in this thing. That's why you gotta send prayers up for brothers who may be doing this work on their own. Around the world, you gotta send prayers up for them men because it takes a lot to come out here and teach and to do this word. You know, let alone be in the wilderness. All right, it's but we do have to walk this walk by ourselves. So some men, it may just be part of your lot to walk this walk by yourself. All right, it may be a part of your lot, which is can be a good thing because you sometimes you don't have all the distractions that a man with a family have, or a man that might be a leader of a camp of 20 men. All right, you just got to worry about your own self, your own salvation. Matter of fact, uh, yep, this is Philippians 2:12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." Right? Because it don't matter if one or two men or 20 to 100 men, you still got to work out your own salvation at the end of the day. All right? You still have to work out your own salvation, but it's good to know that you have somebody that's in your corner, another like-minded brother. Especially in the times that we're entering in, man. It's gonna be good to have that, man. To be able to talk to a brother, reminisce on good times. These things. Hey, these things are gonna be vital in those times, man. Just to be able to deal with somebody, man. So you don't want to go in this thing, man. In this times we're entering in, man, and try to be a loner. I mean, which it could because you got John the Baptist that was let's see it's Matthew's 3. Yep, Matthew's 3 says, "In those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea and saying, Repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand." Because John was in the Baptist, and he was basically loner, and he was eating locusts and wild honey. So you don't, people thought he was bugged out. So it's gonna be the same thing with us, man. For those men who it may be part of your lot to be a loner, all right. But the two is better than one because even the Lord sent the disciples. Uh, Yep, this is Mark 6 and 7. It says, and he called unto him the 12, and began to send them forth by two and two, and gave them power over unclean spirits. Right. So the Most High even sent the 12 out two by two. Right, because it, like I said, to do this work, it's always good if you got a helping hand, man. You got somebody that's got your back on the front line, that's watching out and putting their life on the line with you as well. So it's, even though you got to work out your own salvation, it's better to if you can hook up with brothers, man, because the scriptures say, man, uh, uh, brotherly. Matter of fact, I don't want to paraphrase it and butcher it. I know it's Psalms 133. It says, this Psalms 133 and 2, it says, it is like the precious ointment upon the head that run down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went. Oh, okay. This is the first chapter, Psalms 133 and 1. It says, behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell in unity, man. Meaning unity, meaning togetherness, man. Meaning come together. Meaning the scriptures say, gather yourself together, O nation, not desire, man. All right. So it's good to be able to have that camaraderie and gather together with brethren, man. Especially in the times that we heading into, man. So it's hey, is if our Ratazar, if the Lord have it that be that way, man, brothers, when all hell break loose, man, we might be them 10 men left to a city, all right? We might be, you might have brother over here, you might have four brothers over there, you might have two brothers over here, another two brothers over there, and we might be the only ones left to a city, because it's gonna get that bad out here, man, where you then you might, and if it's the Lord's will, you able to hook up with brothers, man, you gonna be okay, because Lord said what, man? Ye should rejoice and they shall mourn. All right, behold, my servants shall eat, but they ye should starve. So we gonna be okay in these times, man. Like I said, it's gonna be vital having another man just to even talk to in these days. All right, so we want to, brothers, keep that in your mind, man, and meditate on that, and pray for the body, in the times that we headed into, because it's gonna get real bad out here, man. And it'd be good if brothers had another brother, by their side, in times like that. All right. But with that, I'm gonna close out. Give our praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who teaches his truth and will well. And salutations to you, Akim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.